Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for November 18th to the 30th. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You know, we're going to jump right into it, Gemini. Well, here we are. All right. So, this is definitely going to be a pivotal last 2 weeks of November. I said your monthly forecast is a game changing month. This is going to be a truly life changing moment. We are entering a new era now. You see Pluto moving into Aquarius. I mean, this is going to be big. And I'll talk about it a little bit later, okay? I'll talk about it a little bit later, but just know we're on the brink of the age of Aquarius. I mean, this is definitely going to be a defining time. There's a lot of other things happening that I want you to pay special attention to, especially Mercury going retrograde. That's going to have a big impact on you. But before we even begin, I need to tell you something, okay, Gemini? Listen, I don't talk about, I would tell you something right now. This first week, the Sun and Mars are in mutual reception. That's something that we call. I'm not going to go too much into it, but they're not aspecting each other. But think of them as in boosting each other, okay? It's like this conducive energy giving you this strength, this ambition, this willpower. Where there's a will, there's a way, okay? The Sun being in Scorpio, and then you got Mars and Leo. So they're in each other's signs. So that's what we call mutual reception, right? So again, they're just kind of like bouncing off each other. They're really harmonizing. Think of like Romy and Michelle, or Wolverine and Deadpool, okay? Mork and Mindy, however you want to see it, but they're giving you this great ambition and power the first week. Now, the other thing is, if you're not doing enough with that power, you're not going to be able to see results, okay? So again, the Sun and Mars giving you great power up until Thursday in this reception. So this is definitely going to be amplifying your third house and your success. So what does that mean? Like projects, assignments, everyday activities, your routines, conversations, right? Writing projects, anything. Are you writing something? All right. So health, wellness, fitness, all part of the sixth house. You got the Sun here. Okay. So a lot of great things. Just remember to use this energy. All right. Now, Monday, November 18th, we've got Mercury opposite Jupiter and the Sun trine Neptune. What a silly day. What a silly day that I love. Okay. You got Mercury opposite Jupiter, first of all. All right. So you got your ruling planet opposite Jupiter in your sign. So yes, this is going to be a significant time for you. Now, this is an interesting day. It does feel like this kismet of a day for me, where you might have a Billy Elliot moment. All right. There's something that happens this day that can show you the big picture for what's possible for you, right? You remember that movie, Billy Elliot, right? He might be that ballet dancer. So there's something that happens this day, especially with Mercury opposite Jupiter, where something might happen or someone might say something to you, or something that you just come across where it just has you questioning your belief, but also maybe even inspiring you to, let's say, for instance, it's someone that says something to you that's not very tactful, and it's something that you don't react at, but what it does is it inspires you to say, oh, I'll show you, right? It's like you walking into, a Macy's, and you see a sign that says dream big, girl. What you're like, oh my goodness, like it really has that impact on you. Okay, so that's what's going to happen here, because the Sun is trining Neptune as well. And so this aspect propels you to go for your dreams. So whatever happens to say, it just feels like it's going to boost you to become that dancer, right? I mean, Neptune is compassion, it's spirituality. There's this big emphasis on the arts. Go see the arts. Speaking of dance, go see modern dance, interpretive dance, ballet, whatever it is. Be inspired. Go to a rock show. Be inspired by the arts, okay? Just so you're going to feel spiritually heightened and active, inspiring yourself to dream big. All right. So I actually like this day. I like the way that's laid out this day. Okay. It's you saying, I'm going to be that ballet dancer. Okay. Or whatever your goals are, just dream big and pave that way. Now, Tuesday, before we even move into Pluto, into Aquarius, I've got something else to say to you, Gemini. All right? I got something to say to you. Something else that's happening. Now, I don't talk about Chiron too much. I don't talk about the planetoids and the asteroids. And, I'm going to
likely start doing that for members, like separate videos, like going a lot more in depth. But I gotta say, this is really interesting. I saw something really striking here. Pay attention to this day, November 19th. Okay. The reason why is because you know that the North Node, a point of fate, point of destiny, is in Aries for a few more months. And that is your 11th house. So that is your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. You're moving in that direction. It's also your social network, your allies, communities, groups that you belong to. All right. So there's something here with the fact that Chiron is also here, right? Chiron, the wounded healer. I've talked about him a couple times. So Chiron went retrograde in July, and now he's going to be really active this day because he is going to trine Mercury. He's going to trine your ruling planet. And this is going to be the first of 3 trines for the rest of the year. And when I say the rest of the year, for like a month and a half. Okay, so really, 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 really nice. You're going to feel this significant moment of healing, this healing process. Okay, working with your wounds. Chiron is a wounded healer. Working with your wounds, finding solutions, just really going deep and exploring that. Okay, so and it is in your 11th house. So what's really interesting here, it may not even be you. It may be someone else that you know, someone in your life, especially for you out of all the signs, right? Because you've got Chiron and the North Node in your 11th house. So it even be like a community that you belong to, group that you belong to, any of that, right? So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. There's going to be something here where you may be communicating. There could be a lot of healing words that you say, that you speak into existence, or something that you tell yourself. Just don't be afraid to go deep. Now, there could be something here that's linked to the new moon total solar eclipse we did have in Aries back in April. So think about if anything came up there that you felt like wounded in, okay? You're going to feel some movement now, all right? So Chiron might bring up some things, but remember, it's a trine, so this is very auspicious, allowing you to work with any wounds that you may feel, especially if it's with a friend or a group or, you know, a community. It could even be your LinkedIn community with you. Everything else is happening for y'all. It could even be like a colleague or, you know, like something work-related, employee, things like that, okay? So just keep that in mind, okay? Also, something with your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. If you felt like things have not been happening, well, you're going to have this big spiritual moment around this time, and you're definitely going to look back at some point in 2025 and think of November 19th. You're going to say, this is it. This is the day the healing process started. This is when I started my new journey. Now, why do I bring this up, Gemini? Why am I taking so much time talking about this? Well, one of the main reasons is because Chiron is at 19 degrees, okay, on this day, on the 19th, okay? 1 plus 9 equals 10. That is wholeness, all right? But it's a 1. 1 plus 0 equals 1. It's a new beginning. It's a new cycle. It's a new chapter, right? On the day that Pluto moves into Aquarius. What are the chances, right? So Pluto moving into Aquarius at 0 degrees. So you got 1, you got 0, you got this 10, you got this wholeness, but Pluto moving into Aquarius at the degree of new beginnings, and Pluto being in Aquarius for 19 years. Come on, this is really, really big. So this is a whole new beginning, and especially for you, Gemini, because Pluto moving into Aquarius is your 9th house of spirituality. How amazing is that? Of your belief system, how you see things, your perspective, your philosophy, seeking wisdom. This is really wonderful. This is absolutely, you know, the 9th house in ancient astrology, we call it the house of God. This is big. This is big for you, Gemini. So Pluto moving into Aquarius. Wow. I'm going to leave a link. I talked about it in another video a lot more because, you know, Pluto's been dipping in and out and et cetera, et cetera. He's officially here now. Pluto is no longer dipping it, no longer teasing us. Pluto's here, solid, 19 years. Okay, it's official, the first time in 250 years. What is Pluto in Aquarius? It's a snake shedding its skin. It's Capricorn skin. Remember, Pluto's been in Capricorn since 2008. You've been working with that energy. That's not easy for you, Gemini, it is not easy. That's your 8th house. Okay. So, will things get a lot easier? Yes. Will you start traveling more? Yes. Will you write that book with the 9th house, which rules publishing and broadcasting, starting a YouTube channel of your own, a podcast? All of that is possible. Pluto, empowerment, power. Okay. You have, transformation, rebirth as well, regeneration. Speaking of Chiron, right? So this is a force of change that's happening. You have no idea how much Pluto will have this impact on your life. This is going to be really big, and you might have a lot of cycles within cycles for the next 19 years. I want you to think about, I remember when Pluto was in Sagittarius. Okay, so we're talking about the turn of the century. We're talking about the year 2000 to 2008. Think about how different things were, how things shifted once you hit 2008. Okay, from 2000 to 2008, there could have been a lot of big focus on partnerships, partners, can be work, can be love. I don't know why I keep trying to feed you something. Anyway, you get where I'm going with this. Really big shift. Okay, Pluto moving into Aquarius, a really big vibe shift. All right, moving into this new era, like I said, on the brink of the age of Aquarius, the genius, the innovative, but above all, the people. This is power to the people, to the masses, to humanity. Okay, not to systems and structures and corporations and control systems and government. And that's Pluto and Capricorn. That's Pluto and Capricorn. Pluto and Aquarius, that's the people, the everyday people that have the power. So you're going to see a big global shift as well. All right. This is also you. This is giving you the power to play your role and contributing to the masses, to humanity, to the collective, to the greater good. Enormous Pluto and Aquarius, okay? Having that empowerment is going to be big. So go ahead and get your Pluto tattoos, get your, name your kid Pluto, name your dog Pluto, name your, house Pluto, whatever it is. It's going to be a big thing for the next 19 years. Transformation expected. Now, Thursday, November 21st, Sun moves into Sagittarius. There you go. You got Mercury here as well. Okay. For the next 4 weeks, you're going to be, oh my goodness, not only thrill seeking, adventure seeking, traveling, if not traveling physically, traveling of the mind, but working on your books, working on your podcast, seeking wisdom, freedom, all of that. That's all this Sagittarius energy, big picture. Remember, I said in your monthly forecast, it's all about the big picture for you. Now, big picture with partners and relationships, one-on-one commitments, okay? Because Sagittarius rules your 7th. It's your opposite sign. So there's a connection here that you're making, okay? Or have a lot of emphasis on. It's got to be really nice for you. It's got to be, and there may be some legal matters too. There may be some legal matters that gets brought up in the next 4 weeks. Not in about, I'm just saying that, it's just going to be a thing, possibly for some of y'all. Now, you see that the day that we move into Sagittarius season, the sun will sextile Pluto. So we hit Sagittarius season with a bang. Very different from moving into like Scorpio season last month. This is like, boom, let's do it. Let's go. The sun sextile Pluto. This is Pluto's very first aspect, 0 degrees. Okay. You got the sun in Sagittarius now. Okay. Sextile Pluto and Aquarius. Brand new energy here. Okay. But also fire and air whoosh, works really well together. Okay. So this is a huge blessing here. A huge blessing. There's definitely something here that's going to be really big. Can be finances, can be relationships for you. There could be something here where you feel like a powerful powerhouse of empowerment. Maybe even getting some sort of support from authorities around this time. But there is something here that is really just going to open your eyes to things, okay? Remember, Pluto now in Aquarius in your 9th house. I really love it. You have this big overlap with Pluto and Aquarius in the 9th house. And then with all the Sagittarius energy, Sagittarius is a native ruler of the 9th house. So a lot of big picture. You're going to see things, Gemini, in this big way, okay? Things that make sense and are meaningful for you. All right. Now, Friday, November 22nd, we have Venus sextiling Saturn. So I absolutely love this for you, especially if you are here for career. Geminis have been having so much like roller coaster-y type of career rides and career. Okay. And if you're not here for career, public recognition, your reputation, or whatever you're exerting all your energy into that you want to be known for, honors, achievements, all of that, fame. Okay. Now you've got this wonderful sextile where you're just like, I mean, business. I'm not messing around now. Okay. Venus and Capricorn, sextiling Saturn, Capricorn's ruler. Oh my goodness. Taking care of business. Okay. Building structures for that long-term stability, even feeling this sense of authority here with this amazing sextile. Things that bring you pleasure as well. There's definitely going to be for y'all, a lot of career stuff for a lot of y'all, things that have to do with finances, maybe even taxes, other people's money, shared resources, inheritance, investments, bonuses, commissions, loans, all of that, and sex, to be honest, like looking at what's going on. Yeah, if you're here for that, okay, just letting you know you're just prioritizing now, especially in the grand scheme of things, prioritizing like your sense of security moving forward. Now you see in the next week that we move into, Mercury officially goes retrograde in Sagittarius on Monday, November 25th. So you know that Mercury is a ruling planet, but if you are a cross watcher, if you are watching for your rising sign, your moon sign, maybe it's another sign, maybe you're watching for a kid, your, cat, whatever it is. Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo. No, I got that right. Sorry. Sagittarius, Virgo, Pisces, and you are going to feel this Mercury retrograde the most. Okay, just keep that in mind. Remember, Mercury retrograde, reassessing things, reevaluating, rethinking. That's what it's here for, okay? You are definitely going to be in a place where, sure, there could be some things where you're like, ooh, I didn't mean to do that a month ago, or I didn't mean to say that a month ago. Like, let me rectify this, or, oh, I didn't mean to write that, and things like that. Just reflecting a lot as well, okay? Going back to things from the past. Could also be like editing things that you've been working on that's going to be happening now, all right? And you listen, we've all gone through Mercury retrogrades. They happen, many times a year, so I don't have to, just remember, be mindful about travel, communication, technology, all of that. Those are themes where, things can go a little sideways, all right? So just keep that in mind. It is all about seeing the big picture, okay? All about seeing the big picture with Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. And there's got to be some moments that you have while Mercury is retrograde where you do see the big picture, okay? Or move toward that in terms of like your life, right? So think of it as a jigsaw puzzle. That's the best way to do it, right? You're doing a puzzle, and you're just like, oh, what's going on here? Doesn't make sense. Pull out, stand back a little bit and look at the big picture, and then bring thought, rationale, logic to things, and then everything's gonna make sense. Okay, that's all you got to do. Okay, now Mercury retrograde in a fire sign, while Mars is in shadow in a fire sign. Sure, you can just stay frosty, be cool. There could be some communication things with partnerships, relationships, or even you may feel things are not happening fast enough for you, right? That's the other thing. The other thing is next month in December, when Mars is officially retrograde, at the same time Mercury is retrograde. That is sludgy energy. So we'll talk about that next month. So do things now, especially the beginning, okay? Beginning of this month, or of these last 2 weeks. And remember, Mercury's going to be retrograde until December 15th. Now, what else is that? What else is going on for y'all? Wednesday, November 27th, the Sun trine Mars. Okay, so I just talked about their mutual reception, but Sun is now in Sagittarius. It's trining Mars. Trines are incredibly auspicious. You got the Sun and Mars here. Now, this is like rocket boosters is what it is. I love this. This is clarity. This is a lot of action. You're going to feel a lot of action. You're going to feel inspired action. This is the Sun blasting all this life force energy, right? With the power of the planet of action. All right. So you're just going to feel alive this day. Okay. You can conquer everything, and definitely have something to look forward to. Okay. Something around this time. You're just going to feel that. It could be doors opening up for you on this day. It could be you opening doors that you need to. Remember, Mars is action. The sun is optimism. So again, look forward to something around this time. It is a day where there's definitely going to be something here with communication for you. There's definitely going to, and possibly even like something with like aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, neighbors as well. Maybe even travel. All right. But there may be some sort of partnership involved around here as well. Or like I said, like legal matters. But it's a trine. It's very auspicious. It's wonderful. And it could even be you taking action, feeling immense progress in an area of your life, something that you're already working on. In some ways, it could be like a breakthrough. Now, this is not something where it's not an energy of like starting something new, but it's like a ramp up to that, okay? Because remember, on the 30th, which isn't on this whiteboard, is that new moon in Sagittarius. So it's almost like you're building up towards something here, which is really nice. And we're going to talk about that in your December forecast because the impact of that will have more influence on you in December. Just remember Mars's physical energy too, its physicality. And so, yeah, on this day, on the 27th, you could really feel just like I said, just feeling alive. I mean, you got the sun, vitality, right? That life force energy as well. So really love this. And happy Thanksgiving to anybody who lives in the US celebrating that. Remember, you're going to be seeing a lot of people from the past with Mercury retrograde, and a lot of people, y'all are gonna be a lot of y'all are gonna be traveling. A lot of y'all with Mars and Leo, yeah. So just remember, Mercury is retrograde. All right, just be mindful of that. Let's get started, Gemini. All right, let's see what's going on for you for the last 2 weeks of November for Gemini, Gemini rising, and Gemini moon. Ooh, okay. All right, Gemini. So I do a traditional culture cross spread, offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Secondly, Gemini, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. What a way to end November. December's pretty big too, but November's big. The last 2 weeks big. All right, you're going to feel a lot of shifts. A lot of shifts moving into this new era. All right, so Gemini, let's get started. Okay. Oh, okay, let's really get started. Oh, yeah, okay. Sure. Okay. Well, yeah, you are definitely, your life is changing in a big way. And you see that. Move with these changes, okay? Know that anything that happens for you, right, is meant to happen for you. And allow it. All right, now let's get started. You got the Queen of Cups. Love it. Queen of Cups. It just feels like you're moving into this week or the next 2 weeks, right? That just feels really special. I think there's a lot of self-confidence here with that Queen of Cups energy. A lot of not only self-confidence, but this sense of like self-love. Like you've gone through some experiences and you're like, now I'm just harnessing this energy of self-love. Even that Chiron energy that I talked about is going to be really strong. Intuitive energy, Queen of Cups, but she does have this like emotional depth. There is a lot of like divine energy that's coming through, as in, yeah, so you're probably already feeling that spiritual energy that's coming through. Okay. And remember, spirituality, it has a different definition for everybody. Everybody sees that differently. Okay. But baseline is just like this seeing, making your life feel a lot more meaningful by bringing those things into your life to make it meaningful, right? Okay, so you also got the Magician. I mean, I listen, you're good. I mean, the Magician and the Heart of Your Spread. I mean, we're going to talk about this Five of Pentacles in a second, but the Magician and the Heart of Your Spread, that's really big. The Magician is kicking off this new journey, right? The first card in the Major Arcana, the Fool's Journey. I mean, but he's got that power. He's got that power to manifest whatever he wants. He believes in himself. I mean, we're talking about magic here, right? The Mage, the Magician. self-belief, okay? As above, so below. Hand to the sky, hand to the ground. You see the infinity symbol over his head, all right? Infinite possibilities. He knows that he can create his reality. I talk about that all the time. You create your reality. And there's got to be something here where you're going to be getting something new. I mean, this is huge. This is really big, okay? Now, this is a card of action, the Magician, as opposed to, let's say, like the High Priestess, which is very passive, right? The stillness there, but this is action. So take that action, okay? Take that action for the things that you want. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. You're kicking off this new journey. You see, he's got all 4 tools of tarot at his disposal. So where do you want to direct that energy? I mean, you got pentacles, you got wands, you got the swords, you got the cups. Yeah, it's big. It's big. Okay. Now, you do have the world. So you got the beginning of the major arcana. You got the end here, the world in your challenge area. So 2 things here. The first big message that's coming up is there's got to be something you're really going to have to let go. It's almost like as you start this new beginning, there's some things like you just don't want to hold on to anymore. So use that Chiron energy, that, healing energy from anything. There's definitely going to be some changes. And it does feel like, I mean, I am getting energy of like, oh gosh, okay, like this may be the biggest thing I've done in my life. So I'm definitely going to move forward, but it's like you take a step, right? Take a million, like move forward. Okay. So, that's with the world in your challenge area. All right. So second order of business is that's actually what it is like there may be some business that you do have to clear up for you to move forward. Okay. I mentioned legal matter. There may be some like legal matters as well. It just may be signing some stuff or just keep that in mind. But there may be some things that you just have to like, let's just close the door on that. Now you got the Page of Swords in your crown with the 7 of Cups in the root of your spread. So yeah, you are ready. You know what I mean? With the Magician, with the Page of Swords has this enthusiasm. Swords are the mental suit, okay? To learn something new, to move in a new direction, to just get things going. Right? Especially the way that you're seeing things and even communication wise. So again, be open to communication, have your lines of communication open this week. You got that 7 of Cups and the root of your spread. That's just saying like, know what you want. That really could be the source of that world in your challenge area. It may have to do with career. There may be like partnership career all over this, by the way, especially like work matters. Know what you want. Okay. And when I say that could be the source of the world is like, that may be the thing, like still holding on to something because you're not very clear on, is this the right direction? So you've got to have that self-belief. You've got to believe in yourself. You can be confident, knowing the direction that you're going, what you're manifesting, it's true to you, being your authentic self. Now you've got the 5 of Pentacles in your future. So it may be an adjustment that you have to make, okay, as you start this new journey. All right. So with this adjustment, these 2 people are focusing on their plight, right? I've talked about this, I feel like, for you. I did. You got the 5 of Pentacles in your crown last time, right? You did. Okay. Your last week's reading. So now it's in your future. So yeah, there may be something that you do have to let go, that you have to end. It can be a partnership with a company. It could be a partnership with something in your physical world. It could even be someone holding you back. There could be something where, there is this lack of like, it could even be like something that you're moving into where you feel like, oh, like I don't feel support in this area anymore. So remember, everything's made of energy. These people are, this is like what I call like low frequency energy because they're focusing on their plight. They're literally outside that church, but there is this sense of like refusing to see the hope the church brings. Okay, it's a sanctuary. All they have to do is look up. And so remember, have your lines of communication open. Don't be like try not to be like too on the offensive. Like I feel like some of y'all Geminis are so quick-witted, right? You have those quick, you can you're cunning. I'm Gemini rising. I'm allowed to say this, but and I have my Jupiter in Gemini, so I do talk a lot. But like there is a sense of maybe there's some things that you do want to say to. Remember to certain people, if there is, do it diplomatically, right? Especially with Mercury retrograde, there could be some miscommunication. But with that Five of Pentacles, I'm going to clarify. But yeah, just don't focus on, did I make the wrong decision, or is this the right thing to do? Don't focus on things that are that bring you to that low energy frequency. Keep your lines of communication open. That's all I'm saying. Okay, because you have all this support around you. They have all this support around them. They've got to choose to receive that, right? Now, I was going to clarify that. Yeah. And then you have the Six of Swords. So that's just all about moving forward, especially this headspace. Okay. We're talking about the swords here. So moving forward in this way where you're no longer thinking that way anymore. So again, just vibrate at this high frequency. That's really it, because I'm not really feeling I'm not like feeling a strong energy from that Five of Pentacles. Yes, there could be some sort of like a parting of ways or something. Or again, it just feels like something is holding you back, and you may be overanalyzing it, but that Six of Swords is really great because it's just like moving forward, thinking in this new way. I feel a lot more free. Okay. And there's so much comfort in the Six of Swords. So Gemini, if you like this reading, it would be great. If you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know. I appreciate it. And tell me what's going on, actually. Let me know what's going on. And I love you. All right. So, yeah. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Well, you're obviously going to be good. You're going to be fine. But you're really going to have to... I mean, this completely paints this big picture here. You see that, right? And this is the next 2 weeks is all about seeing the big picture. All right. So see the big picture for yourself. What do you want? What do you want for yourself? What do you see for yourself? Not only that, but by the time you get to like 2025, for a year, for 2 years, for 5 years, you got the Three of Swords here. But, again, it is linking up with that Five of Pentacles energy. There's something here where the Three of Swords, again, you have a lot of partnership activity. Remember that. Partnerships, relationships, love, career, it doesn't matter. Just think one-on-one commitments or whatnot. This is a Libra card. That's why I say that. Okay, so there could be something here where something could have ended. There's something that you want to end. It could be really hard for you to do. Something could have happened in your world, like a circumstance where it doesn't even have to be... it's almost like... your best friend Sally y'all had so much fun. Y'all saw horror movies on the weekends, but she met a dude and they got married. Now they're moving over to, a small island that nobody's ever heard of, in the North Pole. And so now it's like, that's a little heartbreaking because I don't have that anymore. Now, remember I said there's going to be a big focus on security, sense of security moving forward as well. So there really could be something that it's just more like coming to terms with something and being okay with something ending, okay? For you to have this 100% energy of the Magician, all right? And not, remember, with the retrograde, there could be a little bit of back and forth. And, yes, with Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, at a time with Mars and shadow and with everything that's happening, there could even be like moments of like, oh, I don't want to do anything that I regret, and things like that. Or there could be some things that you do regret, like I said earlier, like, oh, I wish I didn't say that before, or it's also like, I wish this never happened. But again, think about your future, right? Just clear that energy. Now, you do have the Four of Pentacles here in the external factors area. There may be someone here that's a little like budgy, a little not so budgy when it comes to finances. If you are seeking a raise or whatnot, remember that this is all about building the foundations of your life, right? With that Four of Pentacles here. So work with that energy. Don't let it, remember, there could be something like blocking you. Don't let it. You're Geminis. You can talk your way into anything, out of anything. That's why I say keep your lines of communication open. But at the same time, with that Four of Pentacles here, yes, there could be something here with money that you're moving into. It almost seems like that is possibly a source of, okay, this new direction that I'm going in, is it going to bring me money? Am I going to make money from it? Am I going to feel secure from it? Is it going to bring me this sense of like, stability moving forward? Even the sense of like self-worth, self-value, that could be coming up as well. But just know that there may be someone that you have to work with in this capacity. And it could be someone that is like your partner or whatnot. Maybe they're not seeing eye to eye with you in a direction that you want to go. Just be open to communicating. Now, you do have the Five of Cups as well. But where it is in your spread is literally what I just said earlier. There's almost like there may be for some of y'all this fear of moving forward in this new direction because you feel like that you may be like making a mistake or gonna regret something. But if you're gonna see it that way, what is that? Low energy frequency. Remember what I say. You got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in yourself and know that everything is going to work out for you. All right. Now, with the Five of Cups as well, very interesting because there is also a sense of it's again that it's tied to the world here. There's just something that you're just gonna have to, like, these cups are spilled. You can't do, they're done. You can't do anything about it. You see, he's got two full cups behind him, yet he won't see them. He can't see the future because he's so focused on the spilled cups in the past. So again, seems like there's something here that you really do have to let go. And then lastly, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, I'm just looking at the time. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles, it's like you're absolutely going to be fine. This is your final alchemy. The Queen of Pentacles, the richest queen. Someone who has, very nurturing, very maternal, but she has this really solid sense of like self-trust. There is a reason why she's sitting in that throne. She knows that she's going to be rich. She knows that she can build the world that she wants for herself. There is that confidence. It's not hope, not, oh, I hope this happens for me. I know it will, because when you hope something happens for you, you're already assuming there is a small chance that it won't. You've got to be confident and say, I know this will happen for me. Therefore, you put yourself on that timeline. You create your reality. The last thing here, Queen of Pentacles has a really strong vibration with the Magician. They are very similar. A lot of references here, but I'm running out of time, so I'm not going to point them out. But they got the same wardrobe. They got the same outfit. They talk to each other beforehand. Like you see the roses at the top. The rose, that's the red flowers, right? The roses. That's blood. That's passion. That's go with your passion. Everything's going to work out for you. You're going to be able to build that world that you want to build for yourself. Okay. So a lot of money energy for the next few weeks for sure. Especially with, that Four of Pentacles, building that, building the foundation of the world that you want to live in. Okay. But seeing eye to eye with someone that you need to see eye to eye with. These two cards, by the way, are Capricorn cards. Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn. You got the Four of Pentacles, Capricorn, and Capricorn does rule your 8th house. Okay, so you got Venus in Capricorn. So remember, setting up those structures for the things that your heart desires. What is that? You got to know what it is, and you've got to take action for it because you have all that power. You can. Okay, so Gemini, oh my goodness, I got really passionate here. So if you like this reading, it'd be great if you subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on, let me know. And next week, we do December. So December, big stuff happening. As you know, that we got that new moon in Sagittarius. Really big. Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna let you go. But December's big. Just know that December's big and you're gonna be absolutely fine here. Okay. But remember, you gotta believe in yourself and and be ready to move into this new era. Okay. Thanks so much, Gemini. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.